When you are teaching the menstrual cycle to key stage 3, I always find it quite helpful to go and build some sort of model just to help them visualise it. So we got a little label just to represent the brain. We've got something to represent the circulatory system because they need to realise that the hormones are passing around in the blood. I've built an ovary, there is a little oviduct, don't really need that, and there is a uterus. So it really helps that if you use counters to represent the different hormones, and if you've got some labels to go and explain it with. Right, so you start off, you explain to them that at the start of the month, FSH is being released. Then, if it was me, I would get one of the kids to go and show how the FSH is going and moving around the bloodstream, and then physically get them to go and show how it's diffusing into the ovary. Right, because that will make them realise what's going on. Then you talk about what it's doing, so you talk about the fact that it's stimulating the egg to develop, and then that egg is going to go and release estrogen. Right, so the second hormone, and again, I get one of the students to go and move it around. So you need to get them to go and show it moving into the uterus, and then all the way back up to where the brain is. Talk about the uterus being thickened. I always go and refer to this, it's like planting a seed. If you're planting a seed, what will you plant it in? Will you plant it in thin soil or nice thick compost? What would make it grow better? Thick compost, so that goes and kind of relates something that they might realise. So you can get some more cells, and you can show that the uterus lining is being thickened when estrogen passes into it. Right, then, back up to the brain. In previous lessons, they've already talked about the fact that we only usually get one egg developing a month. So talk to them about, right, do we want to go and have more FSH being produced? They'll probably say no, hopefully. So then you can go and talk about the FSH being switched off and the LH being turned on. So, oh, and I've done the wrong colours for these, never mind. Right, so you can go then and get them to talk about what LH does, get them to show that the LH is then going down and moving into the ovary. Right, at this point, I get them to go model a little egg follicle. Right, so you've got the egg follicle, and it needs to be released. So they go pop, and they show that it's being released. Right, so, and again, use plenty of labels so they can go back and look at it, etc. Right, then you can talk about progesterone being released from the empty egg follicle, and you can show that moving around in the bloodstream to the uterus. You can talk about, right, you need something to keep that uterus lining there. When it runs out, then the whole thing stops again. The woman has a period, etc. Right, so it's a really nice way for them to visualise it. I've used this with top sets. I've used this with bottom sets with loads of SA and D in there. Yeah, it works really well. Well, give it a go. Thank you.